following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man them are thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me, big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a different kind of show for you guys today. But before we tell you what we're going to be doing, let me first introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host and General Milan from Motel 3, Ron Russell. Hey!
Not too good today, folks. I still have that dizzy stuff. And I bit my tongue on the side in the back. So now I sound like Elmer Fudd when I talk. But it hurts when you talk with a bitten tongue. A bitten tongue.
A bitten tongue, yes.
And I'm dizzy. Yes, the dizziness has come back. Doctors do not know what it is. Thousands of people now in this country are dizzy. And we all don't know what it is. No one has a doctor yet that can tell us what it is. So there's something going on here that we don't know about. I hate to be suspicious and think maybe it's the government covering up something, like another COVID kind of a thing. But whatever it is, it's now epidemic.
Or it's listeria. Or maybe it's listeria.
Or listeria. But we don't know.
We both have it.
Jimmy was dizzy a couple of days ago, goes away. I was fine. Now I'm dizzy and Jimmy's not. It'll go away. But I worked yesterday in a movie, dizzy, and it was not easy, not at all. And then I bit my tongue to make it worse.
He did a great job, though, yesterday, so it was all really good, you guys. So, we want to say hi to the chat room. It's just starting to fill up. Stefan Bell is there. Hey, Stefan, how you doing? Cindy Lake is there. Don Hinton just joined us. He's got white watch on today because he's got white shirt on. And so what we're going to do today is we only have one guest, and he's coming on as the second half of the show. His name is David Raleigh. He's a singer that Ron and I met when we lived in Pennsylvania, a New York City singer. He's very, very good. We went to one of his shows. He's amazing. And I just reached out to him to see what was going on because we haven't had him on the show in about 8 years. So he's going to come on. In the meantime, in the first hour, we're going to play some cool videos and play some of his music videos so you can get to see. He's really super talented. I love him. I listen to his music all the time. And,
I do also.
So it's really a lot of fun. And hoping that everybody's good. And everything is going good for everybody. We're actually leaving a little while after the show to go to Nevada because Ron has to shoot 2 more days of Clown Motel, 3 Ways to Hell. And he has to shoot that on Thursday and Friday in Nevada. So we're going to leave today. So we don't have to get up at 5 or 4 o'clock in the morning to get there. And because we did that yesterday. We got up at 5 o'clock yesterday morning to go to LA to get there by 9. And it takes a big toll on your body when you have to do that and then work all day afterwards. It's just too much. We're both tired from it, so that's what we're getting ready to do. Actually, though, Lady Lake says her whole family had that sickness. Her whole family has had the dizziness sickness thing. She's got 2 sons. So it's just terrible.
What it is, we don't know. All I know is it gets in the way of my life because I live a very active life, a full life, and it slows you down.
It really does.
Stinks.
So it's terrible.
But I'm used to it now. Now I can function dizzy. Like right now, I am dizzy. If I go like this, it's like I drank a bottle of vodka.
He's way better. I do not function dizzy. As soon as I get dizzy, I start getting sick. I mean, sick like vomiting, sick and stuff. So But I've actually taken dizzy nausea medication every day until they figure it out. So like I have a prescription for it, and I'm taking it 2 or 3 times a
But
day.
the bitten tongue was not necessary.
Now, B. Claudia joined us from Germany. Hey, B. How are you?
Hi, B. What's going on? How's the family?
Everything is good.
Good.
So B had also made some great graphics, you guys, just for anybody who's in the New York area. Randy Edelman, who's been on the show several times, is releasing a new album, Waltzing on the High Wire. On a High Wire. It's coming out September 6th, and he's doing Waltzing on the High Wire at Carnegie Hall. He's doing a solo performance December 8th. So anybody who's in New York, the tickets are on sale. You can go to carnegiehall.com and type in his name, and it'll come up, and you can get tickets for the show, which is very cool. And
Jimmy and I will be there.
yes, it should be fun.
So if you want to meet us, we can meet in the lobby.
Yes, absolutely. And then let's see. I noticed on Cindy Lady Lake's Facebook page that she's been listening to new music by David Martinez, you guys. So he's got new music coming out soon. He's also been on the show in the past, and maybe when the new music comes out, we'll have him on again. He's in Texas, and you can check out everything David Martinez by going to davidmartinezmusic.com. Those are all my little plugs. Also, we were number 19 again, back on the charts on Apple Podcast TV film charts. So we're number 19. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. We had a little lull for a while, but we've been going back up again. So we appreciate that. And you can listen to the show on Red Circle, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Prime.
So there.
What a mouthful, though. Jeepers creepers. And let's see. I don't want your head to get cut
Yesterday was a great day. Working with Joseph Kelly is really a privilege. Joe let us rehearse, which is something they don't do today. And he also was with us every step of the way, telling us what to do, where to be. And that's important when you're working, because if you don't know where to stand and what to do, your lines make no sense. Oops, that tongue is hurting when I talk. Anyway, it was a good shoot. I didn't screw up on any of my lines. I knew all my lines, so that everybody was happy with that. We got all of the takes in a couple of takes, so that was good for the film also. So hopefully tomorrow will be just the same. But we're in the hot desert. We're shooting out in the desert, in a cave, in the desert, in the sand. And it'll be about 110, 115. And I'm wearing a very heavy jacket, which is the general's jacket. And I believe it's wool and heavy. So it's very warm.
Yeah, it's going to be hot, but it's fun. And we're going to the Clown Motel, which Ron is not excited about, but I am very excited about going to the Clown Hotel. It's supposed to be the #1 haunted attraction, in the United States. And so
I need haunted in my life. Right?
Should be a lot of fun. And one of the rooms is called the Golden Ager Room. And Golden Ager is the character that Dave Bailey plays in all the Clown Motel movies. And he's got his own room, and it's got pictures of him and a big painting of him and everything. So I'm looking forward just to seeing like all the cool stuff. And a lot of the dolls that are at the Clown Motel, the clown dolls, were made by a friend of ours who also made one for me when Clown Motel 2 came out, which I have it packed right now. But I like that doll action figure thing. So I'm just looking very much forward to it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's a lot of cool people that are in this movie this time.
Like all of Hollywood.
So we have lots of Jimmy Star Show guests, and I don't remember all of them. But wait, I'll look it up. Say something for a second, and I'll look it up.
Say something for a second while I look it up. Did I do that right?
Yeah.
Did I say it right? Okay, I hope so.
Let's just see. Hang on. I'm going to go look for Clown Motel on Facebook and just see who's in it, because I forgot, but there's a lot of people in it. And so there's a few pictures up on the internet. Ron put some pictures of him up there.
We're only allowed to put up pictures of ourselves personally, nothing to do with the movie.
Right. We can't give away any secrets for Clown Motel and what's going on with it all. But the whole thing is going to be a lot of fun. And some of the people who are in it now, isn't that funny? Now I can't find the thing.
All right, go on. Move on to the next thing.
Well, we're talking about Clown Motel, so it would be good. But So Lee Waddell is in it. He was Ghostface in Scream. The guy who played Andy in Poltergeist is in it. One of the members of
I don't think today's show is going to be the best show. So bear with us. Bear with us. I'm working on half of a person. I'm not really my full self. So please forgive me.
I just had a
if I'm not up to par.
I just had a brain fart and I can't remember who it was. I would have known it.
We'll move on.
Before.
This is time consuming.
That's okay.
You'll plug them later.
All right, we'll plug them as I'm looking for it.
When the music comes
Here
on.
we go. So Ari Lehman, you guys from Friday the 13th, Tony Moran from Halloween, Brett Wagner, who was just on our show a few weeks ago from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Eileen Dietz from The Exorcist, Joseph Poliquin from Five Nights at Freddy's, Al Burke, who was in The Wedding Singer, Oliver Robbins from Poltergeist, Robert Mukes from House of a Thousand Corpses, and Lee Waddell from Scream, Ghostface, Lisa Wilcox from Nightmare on Elm Street. And also they have Mindy Robinson, who was in the second one. She was on our show when we promoted the second one, and Jenna Jameson, who formerly was a very famous porn star, actually the most famous porn star ever.
How would you know that?
How would I know Jenna? I've seen her movies.
You've watched porno movies?
Yeah. When I was in
And
college.
you didn't learn anything?
When I was in college.
But you didn't learn anything, did you?
Sure I did.
You didn't learn anything. Trust me.
But anyway, I was in when I was in college and I was in a fraternity, we would have like a night to raise money, and then we would show porno movies.
I knew two porn stars, Vanessa Parker and Valerie Stewart. And I was on a set one day when they were working. I wasn't in the movie. I went to visit the set. I think I was reporting it. I was interviewing one of them. And it was boring, dull and boring. I never liked porn.
So we want to wish a happy birthday to Don Hinton's husband. It was his birthday. I think it was yesterday. And so happy birthday to Don's husband. And everybody said they've seen her movies.
What movies?
Jenna Jameson movies. We actually had Seika on the show back in the day, too, and she was a pretty big porn star back in the day.
I don't know that porn helps you make a career out of acting. Because
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, because when people see you on the screen, they see you naked and doing what you did in the porn film, and I think it takes away from your work.
Yeah, I think
So,
it probably does.
I'm happy that I never did a porn movie.
That's okay.
I was asked.
Oh, I believe that.
These girls that I mentioned all worked with Holmes. What was his name? Holmes.
John Holmes.
They all worked with John Holmes. And one of the producers said, "Ron, would you like to be in a porn movie?" I said, "No, thank you." Obviously, it was told to him that I could qualify. How that information got out, I'll never know.
All they do is see you walk down the street.
But that information got out.
All you do is
I
walk
said-
down the street and it works.
Yeah, right? I said, "No, thank you." And I was polite about it, but never.
They said they're happy you didn't do it.
No, I would never do it. Why would I do it? I'm an actor. I don't need to sell my body at young age. I mean, when I was 21 years old, I was quite an item. I mean, I was sexy and beautiful and young. And why would I want to sell myself as a sex thing?
You wouldn't.
No, I was trying to sell myself as an actor, which was difficult because of my coloring. I was too dark with black hair. I looked like a Greek or an Egyptian or a black person. And back in those days, they didn't want that in movies. They wanted blonde, blue-eyed boys, James Dean, Troy Donahue, Tab Hunter. They wanted those kind of people in films. People like Sal Mineo and myself, no. But Sal Mineo was one of the first darkies to get in film.
You gotta love it. So nowadays, though, as an older gentleman, you're in quite the
Well,
demand.
now I have white hair, white skin. I look white. White, and now white's not in. So I would have done better staying dark.
But being a senior, you're in.
Being a senior, I mean, yeah.
There aren't too many seniors who are doing it. So anyway, we had a really good time. And since this is going to be the third Clown Motel movie, I thought one thing that we could do, since we talked a lot about it, was play the trailers for it. So I think what we'll do first, here's the movie trailer for the very first Clown Motel. It just says Clown Motel trailer 1. This is the first one, and we didn't have anything to do with it except for that we got invited to the parties and we met everybody.
My character wasn't invented yet.
Yes, his character's not in this one. But anyway, here's the trailer for the first Clown Motel, everybody.
Hello? Anybody home? What the hell is a cemetery doing out here all the way in the middle of nowhere?
I think I saw clowns.
I've come to collect my soul.
Where's Spencer?
They're coming in! They're everywhere! Where do they keep coming from?
What in the fuck?
We're not just dealing with fucked up things and clown outfits. It's this place. It's evil.
Every soul we take becomes a part of us. You become a part of us. You become a part of our world.
No one deserves to die like this. What the hell did we get ourselves into?
Yay!
We have come a long, long, long way since that first movie. Trust me. Woo!
Actually, Dawn says though she just watched that last week. Tina just joined us. Hey, Tina, how you doing?
Two is good, and 3 is going to be great. Definitely, 3 is going to be the best of all of them. Not because I'm in it, but because it's a good script.
I know. I think so too. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Everybody says they look scary though.
Huh?
Everybody says it looks scary.
Our script is more. I can't explain it. More
supernatural.
Supernatural.
Yeah,
that's a good word.
Wow, that was pretty good.
Very good, John.
I had a hard time thinking of that one too.
It deals with the beyond and the unusual, and makes your mind think. It's not necessarily a movie. It's more of a movie.
So one of the things that we're not going to get to see Hammy, I don't think, but Johnny Parati, who plays Hammy, he's just one of my favorite Facebook friends and people I know on Facebook because he's so fun.
He's not in our movie,
and he's in it, but he's not shooting the days we are.
Oh,
so we won't get to see him, I don't think, but we want to give him a shout out just because I like him a whole lot. And did you say hi to Tina?
No, hi Tina.
There you go.
When are we going to see you ever?
Soon. Stefan and Tina are both there.
Tina the Vapor.
Yes, Don Hinton says scary, good, creepy fun. You're absolutely right. So,
what?
So in the
it's got a lot of stuff in it that is very I enjoyed it. Let's put it that way. One scene in particular, I can't talk about it, but I was talking to a hologram and I really enjoyed that. It was a good scene.
Absolutely. So in the chat room, you guys, what's your favorite horror movie? Let us know. And in the meantime, we'll play a music video to break it up. So you guys, we're going to play a David Raleigh music video since he's going to be our guest.
You know what my favorite song of his was? Roses are blue, violets are red.
Yes.
That song, which is in reverse of the original.
It's called Technicolor. No, I think it's called Technicolor.
It used to be
Dream.
Roses are red, violets are blue. But his lyric is the other way around. Roses are blue, violets are red.
He doesn't have a music video for it, so we're not playing it. But we're going to talk about it when he comes on the show.
But it's a good song.
It really is. So here's "Do It To Me," you guys, by David Raleigh. Enjoy it. We'll be right back.
What are you waiting for, my baby? My heart's an open door. The fire is set The champagne's chilled and ready to be poured. What are you waiting for, my baby? Your favorite record's on. The blinds are down, the lights are dim. So baby, do it to me. Do it to me. I like what you do when you're doing it. Like what you do when you do it to me. Do it to me. You see, I like what you do when you're doing it. Like what you do when you do it to me. Do it to me. Do it to me. Come on and do it to me. Yes, I've been waiting for you, baby. It seems it's been too long. The day is done, the weekend's here, and still the night is young. Yes, I've been waiting for you, baby. And just to pass the time, I've dreamed of you the whole week through. So baby, do it to me. Do it to me. I like what you do when you're doing it. Like what you do when you do it to me. Do it to me. See, I like what you do when you're doing it. Like what you do when you do it. So do it like you've never done before. Hold me tighter, make me beg for more. You're the only one I waited for. You see, I like what you do when you're doing it. I like what you do when you do it. See, I like what you do when you're doing it. I like when you're doing it. Oh, do it to me. Do it to me. Yeah. I like what you do when you're doing it. Like what you do when you do it to me. When you do it to me. Yes, I like what you do when you're doing it. Like what you do when you do it to me. Do it to me. Do it to me. Come on and do it to me.
Hey, everybody. So that's David Raleigh. The name of the song
He
is Do It
is
To
so
Me.
good. I love his music.
He is so good, you guys. And we saw him in actual show. And then we went to the after party, which was on a rooftop, which we'll talk about when we meet him. And while we were there, we got to meet Billy Porter, one of like the biggest stars out there right now. And he was there. So it's very cool. And it's a lot of fun. And everybody in the chat room liked it. So in the chat room, they mentioned some movies that they like. I haven't seen any of them. Actually, B. Claudia said The Shining. Okay, I've seen that one, and I saw the remakes and all the different things. But Lady Lake wrote The Reincarnation of Peter Proud. Have you ever seen that? I've never seen that one, Cindy, so I don't know what it is. But I'd like to see it just because I like all
What's
these
his
movies.
name was in it? The one that star of that one. He's dead now. What the hell was his name? Big time, skinny young fella. What was his name? Oh, anyway.
I can look it up, and then what's her face? Dawn actually wrote Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. Do you know what that one is?
Betty Davis and Olivia de Havilland and Joseph Cotton and Agnes Moorehead. They were in that film. How could it go wrong with a cast like that? All great actors, each and every one of them. Academy Award winner, Betty Davis. Academy Award winner, Olivia de Havilland.
Oh, so The Reincarnation of Peter Proud came out in 1975. And
what was his name? The young guy.
Michael Sarrazin,
That's
Peter Proud.
Michael, right.
Jennifer O'Neill, Margot Kidder, Cornelia Sharp. Here's a lot of these people are dead, and their IMDb numbers are still really high.
He passed away recently.
Jennifer O'Neill. Yes, you're right. Cindy said it. Margot Kidder, Michael Cera, and she's got it. And then the other movie was Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte, which have I seen that one with you? I might have seen that one then.
No.
No. Okay.
That one took place down south in a mansion where Betty Davis was an owner of a mansion that they wanted to knock down. And Betty Davis, of course, fought them and wouldn't allow them to knock it down. Interesting movie. Oh, and Mary Astor was in it. And Mary Astor did a fine job playing a wicked, wicked woman in a wheelchair. It's a good movie.
Mary Astor's in it.
I like Mary Astor's work. She and Betty Davis did not get along, yet they worked together on a few films and did a brilliant job at it.
Yeah, Joseph Cotton. Did you say Joseph Cotton?
Joseph Cotton is in it, who a favorite actor of mine. We know
Bruce
him.
Dern and George Kennedy.
Yeah, it's a wonderful cast. The movie was, kind of hokey. Heads rolling on the floor, a fake head rolled in the living room. But I love the actors and I watched their work. And just watching Olivia and Betty work together was quite a thrill for me.
And it came out in 1964, so that's
yes,
when I was
saw it in
born.
the movie theaters and then many times on television.
I'm going to watch it, Dawn. She says watch it. They all like it in there. So.
I've seen it many times. I know it well.
I would look forward to it. I love anything with Betty Davis in it anyway. And I'm a big fan actually now, which I didn't know his name because we see him in so many movies, but Joseph Cotton.
Joseph Cotton was one of those actors that you just knew was solid. He was a solid actor in anything he did. Citizens Kane, he was wonderful in Citizen Kane.
And Agnes Moorehead and everybody. Agnes Moorehead is the mom of Bewitched.
Agnes Moorehead, to me, was the queen of second runner-up actors. She was never a star. She never held a movie herself, but she certainly contributed to every film she was in. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant actress. Brilliant.
Absolutely. Yes.
Agnes Moorehead. Fabulous lady. Fabulous.
So what was your favorite horror movie? Do you have one?
I don't like horror movies.
I know you don't, but you've seen
So I don't have a favorite. I find all horror movies stupid and lousy writing and sensationalism. And most of the time, the actors in them, they don't care about the film. So I like outstanding performances. The horror movies, I guess Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho's good.
Psycho is my favorite because the acting was great. The direction was fabulous. The shower scene was really weird and scary. And Janet Leigh was excellent in it. So I like Psycho. Of course, Hitchcock directs. I love North by Northwest. I love everything that Hitchcock did. Hitchcock was a brilliant, brilliant director.
Actually, so
I would like to have worked under Hitchcock.
Lady Lake also wrote The Other. I don't know what that is either. And B. Claudia wrote The Birds and Psycho, which you just mentioned, Psycho.
And The Birds was good because Tippy's a friend of mine, and I love Tippi Hedren. She's a sweetheart of a person, a very nice person, a dear person. We got a little buzzed at Blackwell's, whose funeral was it? Blackwell's funeral. And we were making out, imagine kissing. Terrible.
They also said, so B. Claudia also wrote Rebecca, but is Rebecca a horror movie?
No, Rebecca was not a horror movie. Rebecca was Cary Grant and Joan Fontaine. A wonderful, wonderful script written by, what's her name? The lady, I forgot her name. Du Maurier, I think. And anyway, it's a wonderful movie. It's a suspense drama with twists and turns because it was directed by Alfred Hitchcock. And it's a film I would strongly suggest everyone watch. It's one hell of a movie. And Cary Grant was absolutely magnificent in it.
And then Lady Lake wrote The Other's a psychological thriller. So my favorite horror movie of all time, and it's not that horror-y, is The Lost Boys. I know every line in it, and I'm friends with like 60% of the cast. And one of the guys who played Paul, Brooke McCarter, was a very good friend of mine until he passed from cancer. But so that's my favorite movie. I just think it's the coolest movie ever. and the ones all that came after it stunk, but I think they're going to get to remake. They're going to remake it now, which they shouldn't do. I don't really like all the old movies getting remade.
Right, because they're not
you
good.
know, because there's plenty of writers in Hollywood. There's plenty of original scripts in Hollywood, and there's no reason why they have to keep remaking, you know, things over and over and over again. Where some certain movies, you know, I've seen 5 remakes of them, and I don't really like that at all.
When I was having lunch with Betty Davis one day, I was bringing up some movies and stuff, which she really did not like discussing her career. It was something I think that she was worried that you may not have a good opinion of her. But of course, I did have a good opinion of her. And when I brought up Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte and Baby Jane, she said, Ron, please, I'm eating. So I don't know what that meant. Ron, please, I'm eating. I don't think Betty was in favor of her last movies.
Oh, I actually love Baby Jane, though.
Yeah, but she was a star of stars of stars. And then she was demoted down to a woman who was in a horror movie, which back then a horror movie was third-class movies. Don't forget, she was a 2-time Academy Award winner.
Yes.
And for her, it was a come down, but she rarely spoke about it. I think somewhere I read, or maybe Betty told me, she needed the money. I think she got $65,000 for doing the movie.
So everybody in the chat room. Oh wait, well somebody else has said one more thing. Tina said she saw Rope and she thought that was really good, which that's a really good movie.
Rope was Alfred Hitchcock, and it was not a horror movie. It was a thriller. Psychological thriller. And it was terrific. And what's his name was in it? Shelley Winter's best friend. What the hell was his name? A handsome guy. Anyway, it's a good movie, Rope. One of Hitchcock's, maybe not great, but good. Good movie, Rope.
So in the chat room, they want me to ask you the question that I ask everybody always on the show. So bucket list, male and female performer that you would like to perform with, living or dead. And then if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you like to have been in?
The actress that I was in a movie with, but I did not act with, was Sophia Loren. I would love to work opposite Sophia Loren. Brilliant is not the word for her acting. I love her. And the movie that I would most like to have been in would have been so many.
Give us a few. We'll let you have a.
I'm trying
to. A few.
You know, it would have been. I would like to have played what Cary Grant played. I used to, as a young man, think of myself as Cary Grant.
So
I wanted to be like Cary. I would like to have been in Affair to Remember. It's a beautiful love story. It's a beautiful movie. And I would have liked to have been in An Affair to Remember.
Is that the one with the lady can't walk and she's supposed to meet him at the...
on top of the Empire State Building.
Yeah, that's a good
and
movie.
The taxi cab runs her over and she's unable to meet Cary Grant when they made a date. And they both thought that they didn't like each other and that neither one showed up. Whereas at the end, we find out that it's because she was crippled and didn't want to be ashamed. She was ashamed of being crippled. Back in those days, they did that. Today, you can't show that. But she was ashamed that she was crippled, and she only wanted to see him when she was well again.
Very good movie.
And her last words to him was, well, if you can paint, I can walk again. And that's when the movie faded out.
So my favorite older movie is A Letter to Three Wives. You guys have to see it. It's great.
Great story. Great
movie. And so wait, we didn't give us a male actor that you'd like to work with.
Oh.
You can give us a few if you want.
I would say Humphrey Bogart. Loved his work. And I would also say...
Do you have a favorite Humphrey Bogart movie?
Oh, yeah. Casablanca.
Okay.
That's an easy one. Favorite movie star? I would like to work with so many of them. I would have liked to... William Holden. Fine actor.
He's the one in like the Sue Wong one, right? The Life of Susie Wong or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
And he was also in the one with Audrey Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart, which was titled.
He also did a modern movie.
What the hell was it called? Audrey Hepburn, folks. She went to the cocktail party in that magnificent gown that hit the world. Everybody wanted the Audrey Hepburn gown. The movie was called. It slips my mind, and I know it well.
You'll come back and think
It'll
about
come
it.
back.
So while he's thinking too, then we'll go back to horror for a second, and here's the trailer for Clown Motel 2: Death Do Us Part. So enjoy it. Here you go, everybody. Clown Motel 2. Look for General Milan.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Oh, I wonder if we're having a problem because B says she can't hear us.
Who can't hear us?
B says she can't hear us. Hey, Juan, are we okay? Hey, guys. We might have a problem.
Why not?
We are live. It says we are live. All right, so let's go then. Juan, let's play Clown Motel 2. Death Do Us Part. The trailer, please. Rock and roll, baby.
It's been 6 months. Why didn't you find me yet? Where are you, Joe?
We are looking for Sergeant Kelly.
Yeah.
It's me, General Milan. Just received new information on Brooke.
So we got a team?
The best.
I feel an entity has entered.
Okay, squad, the outside perimeter is clear.
You have lost me 3 souls. Bring me back those souls while we find the cure.
What kind of sick society wants a human sacrifice?
If we can connect to base, we should be able to see what's going on.
Bring me a pure soul tonight!
We lost him.
It's time to kill! 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 All hail, angel of darkness!
Let the transformation begin.
You said the rebirth of their world is every 50 years. And it's 50.
You humans, you don't understand our world. Bye-bye!
The clowns will rise in blood tonight!
Shitty day, clown. Fucking got stranded on the side of the road, got waterboarded. Sergeant Slaughter shows up and he's like, hey, did you bang my wife? Well, you fucking right, I banged your wife.
Yay! So what I found out about Clown Motel is they distribution was not a good distribution, and they pulled it back, and it's going to come out again next year. Maybe even both of them are going to come out right after each other. Clown Motel 2 and Clown Motel 3. So I don't think you can actually see it anywhere now, even though I think if you Google it, you might be able to see it on Amazon. I'm not positive. But it was really fun. It's significantly better than the first one, and hopefully we'll keep getting better.
In the trailer, you could see that it's tighter and better. And the third one's even better than the second and the first one.
So Don says Joe should keep the beard, which he does have the beard in Clown Motel 3. He will have it, but I think he looks better without it, though.
He said he's shaving it off right after the movie's over.
Yeah, because he has like a boyish face if he doesn't have it.
You know what? Men are stupid, all right? One guy has a beard. He looks good. Oops, my tongue. He looks good. They all have to have beards. Now, everybody in the world has a beard today, or they're not shaven. And they look dirty, seedy, and sweaty. All right? Shave your beards, men. Show your face. Don't hide behind a beard. It doesn't make you look sexy or better. In some cases, it makes you look skeevy, very skeevy. I will never have a beard, ever, or mustache. Never. I have never had one, and I never will.
I love beards, and I love my beard. No, I keep it very short, but I love it.
Because you're afraid to see what you look like without it.
Well, I was 50 years without it. 50.
So
52
shave and
years
take a
without
look
it.
at what you look like.
Nah,
You may want to kill yourself.
I like it better with it on. That's not a nice thing to say.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking. Maybe I'm
I didn't
speculating.
have it when I met you.
I'm speculating.
Yeah, right. That's nice. Thanks for speculating. So we'll speculate with you with one. Dawn's husband has a beard. She says you don't want to see him without it.
No,
he looks
I mean,
cool in
people
his.
say to me, "Why don't you have a beard?" I said, "Why?"
You shouldn't have a beard.
And
though.
hide my face. Look at this face for 84 years old. Who the fuck is going to hide it? You got to be nuts. No facelift, no shots, nothing. This is not nature. My mother was 80 years old when she passed away, and my mother looked 50. So it's inherited genes. And I don't intend to cover up inherited genes. No way.
I think that's funny. In the chat room, they say some people look good in them and some people don't. So
I find a lot of men look good in them if they're not attractive. The beard kind of gives them character. But, if you were Cary Grant, he never had a beard.
you also don't like it though because a lot of them have that like shadowy thing that's not.
I don't
even
like hair on the
beard.
face. The face should be shaven clean. We're not primitive people. We don't live in caves. I'm an old timer. In my day, nobody had a beard unless it was part of the character you were playing. If you were playing a horrible cave person or a nutty eccentric, you had a beard. Or if you were a scientist, you had a beard. For some reason, they associated a beard with intelligence. But the movies way back, Tab Hunter never had a beard. And he was gorgeous. I knew Tab, so I know what he looked like off camera. How many lunches and dinners I've had with him, so many. And he always looked beautiful, shaven, with that magnificent face of his.
I think so. I think some people look good.
Rock
and some
Hudson
people don't.
never had a beard. And he was another handsome man in person. Beautiful man in person.
So you guys, what are some of your favorite old movies? Because before we played the last video, Cindy asked how far back we can go. So what are your favorite older movies from the 30s to the 60s?
Who?
I'm asking them, and I'm going to ask you. What's your favorite movies from the 30s and the 60s? You have several, so give us a few.
1938 or 2, I'm not sure. Dinner at 8 with Gene Harlow and John Barrymore. Fabulous movie, still holds up. Good story. Gene Harlow was wonderful. And the lines were really ahead of the time and very risque. Referring to Gene Harlow as being a prostitute in one of them, when told to her by a woman walking to dinner with her, saying, "You'll never have to worry about that profession going out of business," or something like that. Wonderful lines. Good movie. Dinner at 8.
Okay.
Lionel Barrymore was in it. John Barrymore. Joan Crawford. Good film.
So that's going to be your favorite one, or that's just your favorite one from the 30s?
One of my favorite
One of
ones
your
from
favorites.
the 30s. There were many from
Lady
the
Lake
30s.
Road. It happened one night.
Happened one night. Claude Colbert and Clark Gable. Great movie. Clark Gable took a shirt off, and he didn't have a T-shirt underneath. So all the men decided not to wear T-shirts after that, and we don't, as you can see. So Clark Gable was responsible for the no T-shirt look.
Tina wrote To Kill a Mockingbird and Imitation of Life.
Imitation of Life was way ahead of its time. A brilliant film about a mulatto girl who refused to be colored or black in those days, as they colored, what they called it back then. She wanted to live as a white person, and left her mother and was terrible to her mother, who was
Oh, I saw that one.
Her mother was extremely black. I mean, you could see she was an African American, and the daughter just didn't want to be black. And in the end, the scene is incredible when the mother dies, and she's in a hearse, and the hearse is going down the street, and the daughter, played by Susan, I forgot her name, great actress, ran after the hearse and was screaming, "Mama, Mama, forgive me, I love you, I'm sorry." But of course it was too late because Mama had died. Wonderful film.
Tina wrote, Gregory Peck is a favorite and so is Lana Turner. I love Gregory Peck. He's in like my top 5.
Gregory Peck was nice. I met him once in Beverly Hills in the street. He was coming out of a store and I was going in the store. And as I walked by, I said, "Hey, Gregory Peck." And he looked at me and said, "Yeah." And I said, "Did you enjoy the store?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Great," and kept walking.
Sabrina with Audrey Hepburn. Isn't Gregory Peck was in Cape Fear, right? The first Cape Fear?
No.
Oh, that wasn't Gregory Peck?
That was, no. The first one was, no, I know who it is. Jane Russell's best friend. Oh, my God.
Oh, Robert Mitchum.
Robert Mitchum.
Yeah, but Robert Mitchum was the bad guy, wasn't Gregory? Yeah. And Gregory Peck was the husband.
No, Gregory Peck was not the good guy. I forgot who the good guy was, but Robert Mitchum was the bad guy.
I love Robert Mitchum too. He's in my top few.
Jane spoke highly of Robert Mitchum. He was her best.
Yeah, it is Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck played the husband?
Played the husband, yeah.
See, that I didn't remember. Okay.
Robert Mitchum is great, you guys. I love Robert Mitchum, Gregory Peck. Gary Cooper's my favorite. Then we have Cary Grant.
Well, let me finish my story.
Okay.
Jane Russell used to always be proud of the fact. She'd say, "Bobby, Mitch was a drinker, but I drank him under the table every time." And it's true. Jane Russell was able to drink Robert Mitchum under the table. Robert, of course, never sobered up. He stayed an alcoholic till he died. But Jane Russell, at age 80, sobered up and died at 89. So she had 9 years of sobriety.
So they all like the movie Sabrina.
Oh, I love Sabrina.
I think they remade that one with Harrison Ford.
That's the movie. Oh, it was awful. The woman, it was terrible. Get out of here. You couldn't compare it. Audrey Hepburn was stunningly, magnificently elegant and beautiful and feminine and class, sophistication. She played that part better than anyone could have ever played it. And the evening gown I'm talking about is when she went to the ball, the dance, and wound up in the garage dancing with William Holden. That and Humphrey Bogart. That gown became a classic. It went all over the world, and every woman wanted a gown similar to it. So the look became popular. A sheathed gown, tight, and then an overskirt, big. I remember my cousin Bertha, when she got married, had a wedding gown made exactly like it in white. Skin-tight sheath with a big, big overskirt that was open in the front.
So B. Claudia says she likes Anna Magnani.
No, don't
Magnani.
Anna Magnani. There's no Magnani in that name. I hate when people do that.
Well, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Anna Magnani. Anna Magnani was the first actor ever to be real. She never acted. She was brilliant. She was unbelievable. Rose Tattoo with Burt Lancaster is a movie you've got to see. Her performance. Gone with the Wind with Anna Magnani. The scene where her husband, who is, what's his name? The guy from Zorba the Greek. Oh,
Aristotle Onassis?
No.
Somebody Onassis.
Who played Zorba the Greek, the fella? I lost his name. Mitch. Anyway, when he keeps calling her Rosa, and she screams back at him and bangs on her chest, and she said, "My name is not," whatever it was. It was a wonderful scene, and she did it so brilliantly.
Anthony Quinn
was calling her his ex-wife, his dead wife's name.
He's who played it.
Hang on, I'm speaking. Don't do that, Jimmy. Please don't do that. I don't like it when you do that. It upsets. It makes me not know what I'm doing.
Okay, go.
It's a very important scene. You just ruined it. he keeps calling Ana Magnani his dead wife's name, and she becomes frustrated by it and screams back at him, "My name is not Anna, I'm Rosa, Rosa, Rosa." Anyway, it was such a brilliant piece of work that when you watched it, your blood boiled. You got all excited because of her excitement. Ana Magnani, rest in heaven. Brilliant. Sophia Loren was supposed to play Ana Magnani's daughter in The Two Women, but whatever happened. I think Sophia didn't want to do it because Ana Magnani was strong of an actor. So what they did was they made Sophia Loren the mother, and they got an actress to play the daughter. And Sophia Loren won an Academy Award for the movie Two Women.
They also like Room at the Top.
Two Women, a movie that must be seen.
Two Women, okay. And A Room at the Top, do you know that one?
I know A Room at the Top. It was a fine movie, English, good.
Oh, I thought it was German, okay. So the reason I said Aristotle Onassis is because that guy who played Zorba the Greek, now I forgot his name already, he played Aristotle Onassis in the movie.
Anthony Quinn played the life of Onassis,
yes.
Yeah. Anthony Quinn played Greek, played Italian, but in reality was Mexican. He came from Mexico.
Yeah, he's a great actor, though. He also had kids up until he was 90 or something.
My daughter Deirdre was in a movie with his son.
Yes. They also say they like Faye Dunaway. Faye Dunaway was mean, I thought. Or she nice?
I can't mention her name.
Okay. Okay. Well,
the most disliked woman in Hollywood, the most horrible human being you ever want to meet, the most terrible, terrible person on a set. Faye Dunaway, I have heard stories from so many people that made your hair stand on end. She was absolutely impossible.
I love it. All right.
I have no respect for an actor that does that to the people they work with. No, I have no respect for that actor.
Do you like Gary Cooper?
Gary Cooper was soft. He was nice. Fountainhead, my favorite movie and performance of Gary Cooper with Patricia Neal. Patricia Neal, I came to meet very, very, very late in life when she lived in Manhattan. And I asked her to come on my show, and she graciously said, "I'll see." And unfortunately, she passed away 3 months before we scheduled to do her interview. She was madly in love with Gary Cooper while filming Fountainhead. They both were madly in love with each other and had a tremendous love affair. He gave her a neck piece that she wore in the film. It was a pearl, a single pearl. And she wore that throughout the film whenever she could. What happened to the love affair? Gary Cooper had many love affairs with many of the actresses. And I think Patricia Neal was just one of them. When I spoke with Patricia Neal, I was in her apartment in Manhattan. I saw a picture of Gary Cooper on a table. And I said, so was he he was your greatest love of, no, he was the greatest love of your life. And she said, "What do you mean was?" So I said, "Oh, okay." So she might have carried a torch for Gary Cooper until her very end. Although she married and had 5 children with her husband of the time, who was Raoul Dahl. And he was Arlene Dahl, the movie star's cousin.
My favorite Gary Cooper movie is 10 North Frederick. A great movie. And everybody should see it. If you like these kinds of all the older movies, old classic movies, you should definitely see it. It's not actually old if you haven't seen it, like Ron always says, then it's like a brand new movie.
No, Lauren Bacall said that to me. I was with Lauren Bacall, and I said something about I said, "You know what? People love your old movies." And she said, "Ron, my movies are not old until after you've seen them." And I agreed with her. I said, "You know, Lauren, you're right." And I never did that again. And now I always say, a film is only old after you've seen it.
So Ladylike wrote, she loved The Sandpiper with Elizabeth Taylor. And then B wrote, "Can we please mention Barbara Stanwyck because she's great in every film."
You can't talk to me about Barbara Stanwyck. I mean, Barbara Stanwyck to me was the ultimate actress. Fabulous in everything she did. I loved and adored Barbara Stanwyck, and I never met her. And I wanted to meet her so badly, but it never happened where we could. But meeting Barbara would have been a thrill in my life. Yes, I agree with you. She was a brilliant, brilliant actress in everything she did. And we all waited for Barbara Stanwyck to do her attack. She was famous for, she would do a scene like this. Well, I'll tell you something, my friend. Eating that sandwich may make you sick. And then the guy would say, mind your fucking business or something. And she would say, don't tell me to do that. And then she would suddenly attack the camera. And how we all got so excited when Barbara Stanwyck got Barbara Stanwyck crazy. And we loved it. We loved her.
So what's the Barbara Stanwyck movie with My Three Sons guy, where the father on My Three Sons, and they plot to...
No, my favorite Barbara Stanwyck movie is Martha Ivers. Martha, the story of what was it? The Affairs of Martha Ivers, something to do with Martha Ivers, and she was wonderful in that film, as was Kirk Douglas and Lisbeth Scott, who I knew, who was a lovely, lovely lady, Lisbeth Scott, and the lead guy was what's his name? Fine actor. His name will come to me. It's a movie you have to see. Watch it.
But what's the one that we've seen a bunch of times with Fred McMurray? It's very popular, and they fake his death.
Oh, what?
They fake his death in it to collect the insurance.
Oh, Barbara Stanwyck.
Yeah.
Oh, but what's his name? Oh, Jesus. I'm losing my mind when I can't remember the names. I know half of these people. Yes, I know.
I forgot, but that's a good one. You guys should see it. Double Indemnity.
Double Indemnity.
There we go.
Frederick Murray. Frederick Murray played the lead with Barbara Stanwyck. That's one of Barbara's most famous movies.
They also say Ingrid Bergman was great.
Oh, Ingrid Bergman.
You guys are speaking his language.
Now you're talking Rolls Royce. And from Ingrid Bergman came Isabella Rossellini, another brilliant, brilliant, brilliant actress. She was Ingrid Bergman's daughter. And I love Isabella Rossellini, and we're hoping to have her on our show. Ingrid Bergman, so many movies. Oh my God. So many great performances. What a great beauty. A lady with such class, elegance, sophistication. Notorious comes to mind with Cary Grant. A wonderful movie, has to be seen. There are so many great films out on classic movies, Turner Classic Movies. Please don't think because you haven't seen them that they're old. They're wonderful films. They still hold up. Watch these movies. You will learn from them, and you'll get to understand what life was like back in the 1930s and 40s. You're going to see history in the making. It's like how I wish we could see 300 years ago. Wouldn't it be nice if we could see the real Christopher Columbus sailing to America? So here you are. You get to see the real actors performing as they did 100 years ago. It's quite a thrill to do that.
So what are the two, going back to, I guess this isn't really horror though, but there's two movies that Alfred Hitchcock did I like a lot. One is the Vertigo, right? That's him?
Love Vertigo. Kim Novak and James Stewart. Psychedelic movie, trippy, changey, strange. Kim Novak, breathtakingly beautiful, unbelievably beautiful. Oh, those close-ups of Kim Novak, you want to just tell her you'll love her to death.
The one that I like the best, though, besides, I didn't know North by Northwest was Hitchcock. I like North by Northwest, but I like the one about when James Stewart has a broken leg and he's looking across the rear window.
Rear window, with the love of my life. Excuse me, folks. I grew up with such a crush on Grace Kelly. Any girl that I went out with as a teenager had to look like Grace Kelly, or I would not go out with her. And I married a woman, a model, who looked like Grace Kelly. So Grace Kelly played an important part in my life. Breathtakingly beautiful, beyond beautiful, the most beautiful woman in the world, and a fine actress. She went off to marry Prince Rainier in Monaco and died tragically in an automobile accident at a very young age. I was devastated when Grace Kelly passed away.
So actually, Tina.
Anyway, she made a few good films and then stopped her career to marry the prince, which was sad because there were a couple of movies she was cited for but didn't make, that another star made, and they weren't as good as they would have been had Grace Kelly made them. And that would have left us a little bit more of Grace Kelly before she quit.
So Tina says on HBO, which is Max, there's a great documentary called The Lost Tapes documentary about Elizabeth Taylor. She said it's really good.
You're talking over there, I can't hear you.
She said it's really good. I'm reading.
What?
The Lost Tapes. It's a documentary on Elizabeth Taylor. It's on HBO. She said it's something good to watch.
Elizabeth Taylor. Oh, what can I say about Elizabeth Taylor? The little I knew of her when I would meet her briefly because I was involved with AMFAR and Elizabeth Taylor Foundation for AIDS Research. So it was basically business that I met Elizabeth Taylor. The most beautiful woman in the world? No. A beautiful woman, yes. On screen, more so than in person. In person, she was short, chubby, and those eyes were not orchid or violet, whatever they said they were. They were kind of a blue-purple. What was she like as a person? I found her to be childish, giggly, silly, sweet, complimentary, nice to be with. All the things they said about her being wicked, evil, and mean and horrible could have been in private, but in public, she was all the things I just said. But if you want to compare the beauty of Sophia Loren to Elizabeth Taylor came nowhere near Sophia Loren. I knew the both of them in person, so I could tell you what they looked like off camera. And Sophia was far more beautiful than Elizabeth Taylor. But Elizabeth wasn't ugly, believe me. She was a beautiful woman.
They wrote 2 times Richard Burton. Oh, she married Richard Burton twice.
Which was a mistake twice, because the both of them got high and killed each other. So what was the point?
Yeah, that's no good.
I never knew that. I was told that by people that knew the both of them. You know, Hollywood's a very small town. It's very easy to find out stuff about each actor. Very easy.
Yay. So, all right, we're going to take a music break because I think our next guest is going to come on in a second. I think he's going to be coming on shortly. So, you guys, here's another David Raleigh song. The name of the song is One Together, and it's by David Raleigh, and I think he's going to be here hopefully in about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. So enjoy, everybody. David Raleigh, One Together.
Here we are, standing at the crossroads of our life. You and I, we both have dreams of what it really means for us to be a family. We sacrificed, gave in, we paid the price for what was right, and we are one together, standing all alone. We are one together, facing the unknown, but we're strong together. The future's all our own. We are one. We've traveled far, but still we've got a long, long way to go. And this I know, I'll give my all, 'cause you'll be there to catch me when I fall. We sacrificed, gave in, we paid the price for what was right. Still we are one together, standing all alone. We are one together, facing the unknown, but we're strong together. The future's all our own. We are one. So many different roads to choose, together on any we can lose. Fighting our way, sharing the light. Even the wrong road becomes right. Although we don't know the way, our love is there to save the day. The obstacles are clear before our eyes. Hand in hand together we'll survive. We are one together, standing all alone. We are one together, facing the unknown, but we're strong together. The future's all our own. We are one. We are one together, standing all alone. We are one together, facing the unknown, but we're strong together. The future's all our own. We are one. We are one. We are one together.
Yay, everybody! So that was David Raleigh. He'll be coming on, supposed to be coming on in about 3 minutes. I really enjoy his music, though. I've got all his albums, and I've got the actual CDs, which I don't have any place to play them really. I guess I could play them in Ron's car, and then I also, but I just downloaded a bunch of them like in the last 6 months or so, just because I enjoy it so much. So you guys definitely want to check out his music, watch his music videos, and check out his website, which is davidraleigh.com. And his Instagram's David Raleigh. There you go.
He happens to be a really nice guy in person. I like him personally. He's kind, he's gentle, he's soft, and I think he really believes in his music, and especially the song that we just heard, We're All in It Together. He's right. We are all in it together. That's why we have to make it happen and work.
Absolutely. So it's a lot of fun. And the chat room said thank you for all the knowledge and all the information. They all loved it.
Oh, I love talking about it. You know, those are my people. I remember the thrill of going on the set and seeing Sophia Loren for the first time, or meeting Betty Davis and not getting to know her. It was a wonderful time in my life because it was all about the biz. It was my Hollywood. I only wish I could have filmed it. We didn't have the telephone camera. Had I had a telephone camera, although Betty didn't like her picture taken, I would have snuck a lot of pictures of her without her knowing it. A lot of the stars back then didn't like being taken without hair and makeup and lighting. You know, they were very worried about the imagery. Today, they don't care what they look like. They get photographed. If they like that, they get photographed.
So he's having a problem.
It was a wonderful time for me. You know, I have memories, and I'm happy to share them with other people.
Hey Juan, real quick, you don't see him there anywhere? He says he's been trying to log in and he's having a problem, but he sees the YouTube page, but he doesn't see him in it. I'm going to resend him the link. Maybe
some idiot once said that I make these stories up. Obviously, a stupid person who doesn't know me. I don't make any of these stories up. This is what happened. I leave out a lot of stuff because a lot of the stuff I would never talk about that I've heard stars talk about. Although now all the gay ones are out, so I wouldn't have to worry about who's out. But years ago, I had to be very careful when I spoke about who they were, to be certain that people wouldn't suspect that they were homosexual. But many of them were that I knew, and I think a lot of them liked me because they knew I was, and they felt safe with me, so they were friendly. You know, like they say, birds of a feather flock together, and gay people, we do stick together if we know we're gay. It's a private society, and if we're closeted, we all protect each other by not letting it be known that we're gay. But I mean, I don't care. I'm gay. I'm married to this nut job next to me. So we're having trouble. We're having trouble with Dave.
He's having trouble getting in. I'm trying to find the link to send it to him. So,
well, what are you going to do? Dave will be with us in a little while, and you're going to like him as much as we do. I love his music. His songs are good. I wish he had the tape here for Roses Are Blue. It's a wonderful song. I love it a lot.
It's called Technicolor Dream.
Technicolor what?
Technicolor Dream.
Technicolor Dream is what the song is called.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the link. Maybe we get, just so I'm not fumbling and we don't
Could
have
we
anything
play
to
it?
talk
Do we
about.
have it without video?
I don't have it.
Maybe when Dave comes on, he'll play a little for us.
Yes, maybe, David.
And he could sing a little, because he's done that before. He has sang live on our show.
So Juan, maybe like while I'm trying to find the link, just do we have another video we could play that's not David Raleigh's last one? Because I wanted to play that while we have him on. Do you have anything else we can throw up there for a second? Because I got to find the email.
Do you have itchy eyebrows? I mean, do you ever have itchy eyebrows?
Do I know? Well, I don't know, maybe.
My right eyebrow is so itchy. You know why? Because
okay, that's play Baker Grace. Everybody, this is Baker Grace's Painkiller. We'll be back in, it's like a 2-minute song, 3-minute song. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Come a little closer. Don't be shy. If you're over being sober, I got something you might like. Come on, let your guard down. Every step you didn't take, 'cause that's you where you are now. Let me make it worth the wait. The promise of more is a powerful force that's consuming the peace in your mind. It's not a secret, you don't have to keep it inside. Kiss me, I'm a painkiller with no catch. You light it up, I'll be the match. Kiss me, I'm a painkiller for your mind. Kiss me, I'm a painkiller, and sip me like fine red wine. Fuck a diamond, it can make you feel I'm the only thing you know is real. You say climb me when there ain't no top. Can't come down when the clothes are off. All the limos and lights leading to lonely nights. In the mornings you're fading gray. It's not a secret, you don't have to hide it away. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Kiss me, I'm a painkiller with no catch. You light it up, I'll be the match. Kiss me, I'm a painkiller for your mind. Kiss me, I'm a painkiller, and sip me like fine red wine. little closer. Come a little closer. And kiss me, I'm a painkiller with no catch. You light it up, I'll be the match. Kiss me, I'm a painkiller, free your mind. Kiss me, I'm a painkiller, and set me like fire red wine.
Hey, that was
Hey, we're back
Painkiller,
on.
guys. I'm trying to send. Should not take. I'm sending you messages. So you don't see him, Juan? Send me a message because I don't know where he is. I sent it to a text message to his phone now too to see if we can get him there. But no, he says no. I don't know why we're not seeing him. So I'm not sure what to do.
I hate this. It was so much better years ago when we had the guest in the studio next to you. You know, they were there. Now they're not. The reason I'm talking funny, folks, is I bit the side of the back of my tongue, and it hurts when I talk. Did you ever bite your tongue? You know, it's like it's miserable. And I hope I'm able to talk tomorrow when I go to work. I don't sound like Elmer Fudd. Oh, well. All the things you have to worry about when you're an actor working, you have to make sure that you don't hurt yourself, bang into things, get a black eye or whatever. You always got to protect your face, your body.
Okay.
You can't get sick. You can't get a flu. You can't get diarrhea. You can't get upset stomach. You can't get a headache. You can't get any of that because you have to go to work and you have to read those lines and you have to be that character. It's not an easy job, you know. Right, Jim?
Right. It's not an easy job at all. It's a lot of work, and people don't know it, and it's not really that much fun. It's fun when it comes out, but
why we do it, I don't know. We're egotistical. We love ourselves so much. No, that's not my story. Why do I do it? Let's analyze that. Why do actors act? You know why? We don't know why. We just know that we have to. It's like, I've asked nurses many a time, what made you be a nurse? They say, I don't know, just I want to be. I like it. I feel I need to be. And it's the same thing with acting. We'd have no idea why we are what we are. We just know that we have to be. And we know that we have to keep going from movie to movie to movie. And being out of work in between movies could be a year. And what do you do in between films? You get bored, you get crazy, you get fat. Oh, it's awful.
But you do it anyway.
But we do it each and every time. Excuse me, folks. Pardon me. See what I mean? If this were a live show, if this were not a live show, we'd edit this out. Hang on.
No, we wouldn't. That's why everybody likes our show, because we can edit it. Everybody else edits and makes theirs perfect.
My choking would have been edited out.
That's okay. We don't want it to be that way.
Here it's raw. Everything about it is real and raw. I like that. Makes it exciting. You know, it's like being on stage in Broadway in a theater as opposed to being in a movie. When you're in a movie, you do it wrong. Okay, let's get it again. And you go for a second take, a third take, a 15th take. Theater, you go out there, baby. You're on stage. And if you make a mistake, you're fucked. You better cover it up real quick. So the anticipation of forgetting a line when you're on stage is so tremendous that your brain overworks because it has to focus on that line. I prefer theater to film as far as fun goes. Theater is far more fun.
But there's a but with theater. Oh, wait, David's there. Good.
The fear of theater is, it's a sicko feeling. It's like the agony in the ecstasy.
All right, bring him on. Let's
get him on. Come on, Dave, get in here. Look
Hey!
at you with the mustache. I don't recognize you. Look at you, Clark Abel, the black version of Clark Abel.
Hello. How are
How
you?
are you, baby?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We
Good,
are
good, good.
fantastic.
Should I
Listening
put my
to your
earphones in or
music.
can you hear me?
We can hear you. You can put earphones in to hear us if you want.
I
but
can
we
hear you.
Okay. So,
Good,
yay! We're so happy to see you. And your
Thank
teeth
you,
are
guys.
still so white. Big smile, still such beautiful. We watched 2 of your videos on the
nice.
show. And when we were watching them, Ron commented both times, man, he has such beautiful teeth.
Now, listen to me.
Oh, wait, let's introduce him. Hey, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, singer, songwriter, piano player, recording artist, David Raleigh. Hello and welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Okay,
David.
David, answer me this question.
Yes.
My favorite song that you sing is "Roses Are Blue, Violets Are Red."
Yeah, you're so sweet.
Why do you not have a video that we could show you? What's wrong with you? That's one of your best songs.
I actually love that song, and I've actually tried to make a video out of it 3 times, and every time it's been a failure. I don't know why. It's like I've set out to record a video like 3 different times, and it hasn't worked out.
So you guys, the name of the
You
song
know why it doesn't work
It's
out?
called
Because it's
Technicolor
good.
Dream. Technicolor Dream is the name of it.
Technicolor Dreams. It doesn't work out because it's good. Put a shitty one out there, it'll be a hit. You know that. Now, Dave, are you by a piano?
I am kind of by a piano. It's not a great piano.
I'm
actually in Provincetown, and I'm at a friend's house.
Okay, could you play a little bit of
Technicolor Dream?
Technicolor?
Yeah, sure I can. Hang on, let me get to the keyboard here.
Because everybody wants.
We've been talking about it a lot.
Yeah, and now all the chat room wants to know what's it sound like. So let's have a little bit of it.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just sing the chorus.
Okay.
Roses are blue. Oh wait, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
We put you on the spot.
I know. Hang on. I just got to remember what key I'm in here. I'm gonna start from the top. I used to dream in black and white.
Yes, that's it.
I only saw shades of gray. But since you appeared into my life, I'm seeing the colors in such a strange way. 'Cause roses are blue, violets are red, and the grass is pink instead. You've made the sky a shade of green, and everything's wrong, but it's so right, 'cause you're with me every night, living in a technicolor dream.
Hey, it's the greatest song ever.
And the lyrics are so important today.
Yeah, that's great.
They're important lyrics. I really wish that it would happen for you with that song.
Yes, thank you.
So you guys,
I'll keep trying.
I'm gonna brag about it. So first of all, you guys, I don't know how many albums you have. I have 3. I have Beginning Again, The Equation of Love, and Never Alone are the 3 I have.
That's the ones. I have one other one that's a gospel album that I made when I was young, but those are the only 3 I have.
Okay, so you guys, so Technicolor Dream is on The Equation of Love.
Yes.
That has Do It To Me and Maybe that we played Do It To Me, and I'm gonna play Maybe later probably. So you guys can get it. And then he has this other song, I Do, on Beginning Again, and Stand Up It's Time is one of my favorites.
I like that one too.
Beginning Again was a top 10 MTV logo channel for 13 consecutive weeks. And it's directed by Emmy and Tony Award-winning Alan Cumming and Ned Streisenruder. Streisenruder. So you guys got to listen. So how have you been? It's been about 8 years, I think.
I know. You guys came to my release party back in the day.
It was the greatest ever. It was the greatest performance. You had we told everybody when we first got on the show, we went to the after party on the rooftop of a hotel.
Right.
And that we got to meet Billy Porter.
Oh yeah, my friend Billy. He's doing good. Everything's been good. I was going to Australia a lot to record my last album, and I stopped that in 2015. I've been in New York pretty much ever since. Dealt with COVID, the whole no work, no singing, no playing. and now I'm getting back in it. I'm right here now. I'm in Provincetown, and I'm getting ready to
Where
do a
are you
show.
playing? Where are you playing in Provincetown?
I'm doing a show at the Red Room. It's right next to Town Hall, and I'm there on Monday nights doing an 8:30 show. It's called Love Abounds in Provincetown, and it's kind of my story. I've been coming to Provincetown for a lot of years, and it's kind of a little tribute of my love of Provincetown and songs that I love related to this town.
I played P-Town. I played in P-Town in 1962.
Where'd you play?
It
Do you remember?
was a barn. We played in a barn. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
It
I don't know barn.
was an actual barn they converted to a little theater. And
Wow.
the whole drag group I was with went up there to play. It was
That's so great.
back in 1962.
And were you coming out of New York, or where were you coming out of then?
New York.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I was living in New York at the time.
Right, okay.
And
So
P-Town was notorious in 1962. We had a thing up there called Christmas in July that I used to go to, where I think everybody was naked on the beach. It was Sodom and Gomorrah. It was wonderful.
So wait, we have a chat room full of people. So say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
And then say hi to B. Claudia.
Hi, B. Claudia.
She loves it, and actually,
Oh,
Cindy
yay.
is in there. She said she's followed. Everybody follows you already on it.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
And so she told me I need to bring up
Uh-oh.
that you did a movie called Little Shark. She lives in Germany, and she said it's a
Wow.
very famous, very popular movie in Germany. And she said in
Oh, that
Germany,
is
it's considered
funny.
a classic. So tell her, what is Little Shark?
Ich liebe Deutschland. It's actually called Kleine Haie. That's the name of the movie, Little Sharks. And I was playing in Munich, and I was singing at a bar, and this film crew came in. They were shooting a movie across the street, and they came in for dinner into the restaurant. And the director, his name is Zunke Wertman, he came up to me at the restaurant and said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" And I said, "Nothing." He goes, "Do you want to be in my film?" And I was like, "Of course." so I was on all day long. I shot with a really wonderful German performer. Her name was Merit Becker. And I think she was part of a big German family that sang and did stuff. I don't know what they were a big entertainment family. And she had a song in the show, in the movie, and I played the piano for her. And actually, what's really funny, I went on to tour with her, like for about, when the movie was coming out and they did the promos, she would sing that song live on various TV shows. And I ran around with her for about 6 months playing and singing with her on that one song. I don't remember the name of the song at all, but yeah. But I loved my time in Germany. I made some of my best friends in Germany. I'm actually taking German on Duolingo right now, so I can speak German.
I was going to say, you pronounce the stuff pretty good. And she said,
I do.
yeah,
I love Germany.
she said it's a classic in Germany. The film's a classic in Germany. And she said the family is a huge, huge entertainment theater family.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because people do come up to me, not come to me, but when they know me for a while, if they're German, and I tell them that I was in this movie, they're all like, "Wow, I can't believe," because it's kind of like I don't know if it's like a Rocky Horror, but it's a cult classic over there.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So the last time we had you on too, you were working with Nathan Lee Jones.
Yes.
He helped produce your records, right?
He produced my last 2 records. Yes.
Okay,
And,
so is he still around?
He left kind of sort of left the music business. I think he's doing he became a psychologist, I think.
Oh, good for him.
And he is doing music psychology from what I hear. I don't really know. I haven't spoken to him in a long time, but he's doing really well. He's doing fine, and yeah, he's still I'm great. I'm so grateful for the records that I made with him. They're some of my favorite pieces of work. So
I want to tell you, so and I mentioned this to Ron. I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning of the show. So, because I'm a publicist, I work with a zillion indie artists, and I've been doing it a very long time. And I put you like in the top 5 of any indie artist ever in my 30-year career. of artists who are like the most talented. The music is uplifting. It's beautiful. You have a great disposition and a great. The songs are all mostly feel good or like
And Jimmy told me that off camera.
I told him that off camera. Yeah, I'm not making it up.
Maybe I should be a client. What's happening? You're doing PR and I'm not your client. What's up?
Yes, we're really good at it, and but I do think that like you should be like the biggest singer songwriter type artist on the planet. Because
who's to say he isn't?
I mean, I think your albums should be selling like 100 million copies.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for promoting him.
Let me tell you something, David, and this is no fucking bullshit.
Okay.
You either believe it or not, okay? There are 3 people in my life: Johnny Mathis, David Raleigh, and Nat King Cole.
Wow.
And you were right there with those 2.
Oh man, you make me cry.
I love your work just as much.
Thank you.
In my car, I play it often.
Thank you.
It's not old. It doesn't get stale. It stays. It's like, I mean, I play Johnny Mathis only
all the time.
In my, I'm still, David, believe me, I only have 3 CDs in my car. I'm not lying. Your CD, Johnny's, and Nat.
Hey, I love both those singers very, very much. I do a lot of Nat. I don't do a lot of Johnny, but I love his voice. I can't believe he's still. We were in Atlantic City for a bachelor party, friend of ours, and Johnny Mathis was doing a concert there, and I was like, wow, I really wanted to go, but I couldn't because I was tied up with the bachelor party. But he's still looking amazing and sounding great, and man, it's crazy.
I've been in Johnny's company 3 times, and he is probably one of the nicest, calmest, sweetest, most gracious human beings on the planet. And it comes out in his music. You hear his gentleness and his love in his music.
Yeah.
In your music, I hear no. I hear
my frantic, crazy.
No. I hear want to. There's a want to. I want you to hear my music. I want you to understand my music. I want you to feel my music. Right. And that's what I get when I hear you sing. Especially the last song that we just played.
Yeah, it's good.
We played One Together, which I love.
Yeah.
Like I actually like all of them, so I listen to all of them all the time. I have a playlist on my phone, and it's music I download. It's got about 400 songs on it, and in the 400 songs are all 3 of your albums mixed in.
Wow.
I listen to them around. I listen to them all the time ever since we met you.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that I was on Instagram and I saw one of your posts and I was like, gee, I wonder what David Raleigh's doing. I'm going to see.
Thank you. You mentioned earlier, Stand Up It's Time. That's one of my favorite songs. I don't really do it very often in concert because I don't know, just in the way you do a show, it's kind of a longer, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to fit sometimes. But I love that song. That's one of my favorite songs of mine.
So here's something I never knew about you, and I've got this. I Googled you, so it might not even be true, but it probably is true that you were the Star Search song winner in 1990.
I was on Star Search in 1990. I didn't win the big prize, but I won a couple weeks.
Oh, okay, because it said you. Okay, so it said you won. Because we have a bunch of friends, and we've had a lot of people on here. Sam Harris, actually, who won the first Star Search, has been on the show, and we have a friend who won the model one. What's her name again? Ron Moss's wife, Devin DeVasquez.
Okay.
She was the supermodel one. And I also said you toured with Amy Grant, which I know she does music, but I love Amy Grant.
I do. I was very young at the time. I did a gospel album when I was 19 years old, and I toured with Amy Grant, and she actually had an opening act called the Archers. And they were a great big contemporary Christian group. And I was their opening act on their tour. And they brought me along on the Amy Grant tour because they were her opening act. So I got to open for them and then her. Yeah, that's how I got on that tour.
When I was younger, it was a lot of, because my sister is very religious. And so whenever I was with her, we only listened to Amy Grant and oh shit, I had his name and now I just forgot. The guy, Michael W. Smith.
Oh yeah, he's great too.
Great, and he's the does the piano and everything too, which is very good. So let's brag about you a little bit. First of all, you guys, you can follow David. He's on Instagram. It's at David Raleigh. His website is davidraleigh.com. He's born in from Rochester, New York. He's based in New York City. I wrote down that you're the host of Music Scene on Destination Network. What's that?
Yes, it's a travel network that's across the South. It's New Orleans, Key West, Myrtle Beach, and I do a little travel show. I go to the spaces. I go to restaurants and bars that advertise on their channel network, their travel network, and I interview the musicians that play in those bars and restaurants, and then they air it on their shows. You know, when you go into a hotel and you turn on the TV and there's a thing to tell, it's that kind of a channel, and it runs all across the South, kind of South, I guess Southwest. Is that Southwest? Southeast? I don't know. I'm so bad at geography.
Southeast.
And
Not good at either, but it's Southeast.
Anyway, and I do that, and I go in, I film in different locations, probably like once every other year, and then they run the interviews for months at a time. So, but it's a great little job. It's fun.
So I wrote this from off of your website. A hip crooner in the style of Bobby Short from New York Magazine. Who I don't know who Bobby Short is. Do you?
Bobby Short, of course I know Bobby Short. who doesn't know? Who didn't know him?
Oh, you not know
he
Bobby
played
Short?
At the Carlisle Hotel. He was the piano player there for 100 years. And he played for the Vanderbilts, for every friggin' multi-gazillionaire family that was in New York City. He was the toast of the town.
He was the toast. I'm actually.
I have to say something. You sing better than he does.
Ah, you're so kind. I am actually doing a tribute. I'm part of it. The Myrtle Macer Foundation is having a cabaret festival, and it is at Lincoln Center on October 23rd. And I am part of one of the nights they are doing a tribute to Bobby Short because he would be 100 years old this year. And they're doing a tribute, and I'm gonna be singing at in that show. So
that's awesome.
You know what? I remember my black friends in the village. They did not like Bobby Short.
Yeah, at the time
it was trying to be too white because he enunciated everything like he was a white man, and he was black. But he refused to admit that he was black because he was kind of beige, right? Like a little beigey.
I guess.
We never liked. We didn't even dislike.
It's so funny.
But
politically, the turmoil of his generation, I'm sure he had a lot. He was trying to overcome a lot of stuff. Stay into the crowd he was in without causing any trouble. Must have been difficult.
It was a difficult time.
Yeah.
But you know what? Johnny Mathis came along, very black, and everybody loved him.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful what Johnny did. So Bobby Short, he could have come across a little black, so everybody could love him too. You know what I mean? I don't care for gay people who impersonate straight people.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you want to come out, it's your business. If you don't want to come out, okay. But don't come out don't go on the air like you're a butch straight guy when in fact you're a bottom queen. I mean, it's one thing I'm happy about being out, so I don't have to pretend.
Yeah. That's one of the great things.
And Johnny is out, and I love the fact that Johnny came out.
Yeah.
He made it good for the macho black man, who said gay people are only white people.
Wait, so do you like Johnny Mathis? Do you like Johnny Mathis?
I love Johnny Mathis.
Everybody loves Johnny Mathis. Are you crazy?
I do a lot of Johnny Mathis songs. Well, not a lot. I do Misty. I do. I don't do Chances Are anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. Whatever songs do you have?
Everything he does is wonderful.
Yeah, he's amazing.
So then I also wrote down from Time Out Magazine, the Nat King Cole for a New Generation, which actually Ron compared you to Nat King Cole. So that works out really good.
You know what? Wait, let me explain. He has the velvet. We used to call there was a singer years ago in the 40s, Mel Torme.
Right.
And he called Mel Torme the Velvet Fog.
Wow, amazing voice.
Now, David has a fog voice, Johnny has a fog voice, and so does Nat. They all sang with that softness, that relaxed feeling. They all have that wonderful machinery inside of them that makes music. They don't force it. A lot of Frank Sinatra, who everybody loves, and I thought was a good singer, he always looked like he was working hard, you know what I mean, to get it out there. I saw you dancing in front of the Bethesda Fountain, and it's like, you know what I mean. You flow. You You don't move, you flow. And Johnny flows, and Nat flowed. You all have that same sort of voice. It's a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
I don't say that about many people, Dave, because I hate rap. I will not listen to rap shit. I hate it. I think it's stupid and disgusting and ignorant and it's not music. It's a bunch of nobodies talking. You sing. You see, Johnny sings, Nat sang. It's a difference.
I love it too. So here's a question I like to ask everybody, and this might be different. Let's say, and I'll let you pick a few people. So let's say you're going to go on tour, and you could go with any 3 musicians ever, living or dead.
Wow.
Who would you like to go and be on tour with, playing with, getting the opportunity to work with?
Huh. Wow. That is a deep question.
Well, off the top of your head, if you miss them, and you want to change the next time we have you on, you can tell us that you changed your mind.
I like singers, but I also like bands.
Okay, it could be a band.
So I would, my favorite bands when I was growing up. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a hard question. I can't answer that.
So who's one of your favorite bands growing up?
Chicago.
Oh, we've had them on the show. Okay.
Chicago, I love. Journey, I loved. A lot of those late 70s bands. Carole King is my favorite of all time.
Oh, I love Carole King.
So I would definitely go on tour with her.
Yeah, she's a great one.
I would go on tour with Olita Adams or Anita Bryant. I mean, Anita Bryant. Anita Baker. Did I say? I did not say Anita Bryant, did I?
No, Olita Adams is fabulous, though. Yeah. So those are all really good picks.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard question. I'll have to come back to you on that one. I'll have to think about that and send you a note. Tell you can fill it in later.
Okay, that's fine.
That was a really hard question.
Ron likes Patti LaBelle. That's his favorite.
Patti LaBelle.
I don't like Patti LaBelle. I love Patti.
Do you know that Patti LaBelle almost recorded a song of mine?
Oh, wow.
Back in the late 80s, I had my manager was her publicist. His name was Ed Callahan, and he was her publicist. And I had a song called After You Love Me, which I think
is on the Never Alone album.
Is that on an album?
It's on Never Alone. Yeah, it is, because I've been listening to it.
It's called After You Love Me. And I had written that song, and she had heard it through him, and she liked it. And she asked me to put it on the thing and record it for her. And she told him that, she wanted to sing it. It never happened. I don't know why, but we went to dinner. Got to go to dinner with her and Ed at a restaurant, and she told me she liked the song. So that was cool.
I mean, just the fact that you got to go to dinner with her is very cool.
Yeah,
well, it's an experience that you never forget.
Yeah, it was. And it's funny because I remember the thing I remember most is probably, I shouldn't be saying it, but the thing I remember most about the dinner is that she carried her own hot sauce in her purse. And she put hot sauce on everything that she ate, and she had it in her purse. I'll never forget that.
We almost had Patti LaBelle to our house for dinner in Pennsylvania. I'm good friends with
Kathy.
I'm good friends with Kathy Sledge.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
I love Kathy. Is one of my favorite people. I love and adore her. One of the best people you ever want to know.
Wow.
And I invited Kathy and her husband to our house for dinner. And she said, "How would you like it if we brought Patti LaBelle?" I almost dropped dead. I said, "What the fuck? Are you kidding me or what? How would I like it? I would love it. Love it." I don't know what happened, but we never did have that.
It didn't happen, and then we moved to California. We're in California now. We're not in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I figured. That's why I was surprised that you were when he was talking about coming to Provincetown. I was like, that's so not California trip. And that's when he lived in New York. Yeah.
Yes, that's when we lived.
I think what happened was we had to come to California quickly, and we never had. Anyway.
It didn't happen, but he was very upset because he loves Patti LaBelle.
I love Patti LaBelle. And of course, I love Kathy Sledge. everybody is, we are family. That song is so important to gay people.
It's funny because I'm doing my show in Provincetown, and I have 3 songs that are I have 4 songs that I play before the show starts. And the first one is "We Are Family."
There you go.
And the second one is "What the World Needs Now Is Love, Sweet Love" by Dionne Warwick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that I play right before I come on is "The Biggest Part of Me" by Ambrosia. You know that song?
Yep, sure do.
So that's my 3. Those are my intro songs when people come into the theater.
Actually, "What the World Needs Now Is Love, Sweet Love" was a Jackie DeShannon song.
Oh wow!
And Jackie DeShannon is one of my clients.
And it was written by Burt Bacharach.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, it's Burt Bacharach's song, sung by those other 2 girls.
Yeah, it's true.
But
so let's plug it. Oh,
we are family.
He got so excited when he met her.
Well, only because we needed a song while the AIDS crisis was so terrible.
Right.
And the gay community adopted that song, "We Are Family." And I know, because of my shows that I was in, I was in these big production shows, and we always started off with "We Are Family" to let all the gay community know that we are bonded together and we are all going to fight this thing and we're going to win. So it was inspirational. I was at a television premiere thing, and listen, I knew Betty Davis. I met Katharine Hepburn. I met all those big stars. I didn't give a shit. They were nice. I liked them. And Jimmy knows that. Now, I'm in the room, a crowd of people, and I meet Kathy Sledge. Well, I know what happened, but I got so excited.
He went nuts. I was 50 yards away, and I could hear him screaming how excited he was.
Jimmy, come here.
I had to go meet her. And
I think Kathy was afraid of me. She thought this guy is crazy. He's jumping up and down. He's going to attack me. And she was like backing off. I said, "Oh, I love you. I can't stand it." I said, "Kathy, I love you. I love you." And finally, when I calmed down, I explained to her why. And she was crying. She had tears in her eyes. She said, "That is so sweet."
Yes.
Oh, I think that is so sweet.
Actually,
I said, "Kathy, your song means so much to us."
She was our first guest when we went from just audio to audio and video.
I love her sister is wonderful. Her family, I love the whole Sledge family.
So wait, we have 3 minutes, and I want to plug David's show. All right, you guys. So David's show is called Raleigh at the Red Room. Love Abounds in Provincetown. It's August 19th, August 26th, and September 2nd. It's 8:30. These are all Monday nights. It's an unforgettable evening as Raleigh fills the Provincetown air with love through songs, stories, and the magic of the piano.
Yeah.
And where do they go to get? Do they need to buy tickets online, or they can just show up and buy tickets?
Redroom.club.
Redroom.club, everybody, where you can go and get him. And Red Room, I'm going to write that down. Redroom.club, so you guys can get it. Also, you guys, he's. Do you have any new albums that are going to come out anytime soon that we should know about?
I'm working on an album right now. It started as a Christmas album. I don't know what's going to end up being a Christmas album or not, but I am working on. I'm working on a new recording right now. Yes, but I don't know. I can't say when it's going to happen.
Okay,
I wanted it to come out this year, but now I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's going to make it by Christmas, but.
Okay, we just want to know that you have new music coming. So you guys can get his albums, The Equation of Love, Never Alone, and Beginning Again. They're all on Apple iTunes, so you can get them on iTunes. Do you actually sell hard copies off of your website?
Yes, I do. I mean, you can get those. I don't have a lot left, but yes, you can get those. Do people still want them? I mean, I make some.
I think some people do. Like I actually like having them, but I don't have a place to listen to them.
I have got to say something.
Yes.
In my travels, I snoop around with the young people. I am no way I do. I'm finding out. Excuse me. I'm finding out they're starting to like what they call the old music. They're starting to like people who can sing. They're starting to hear the difference, and they're enjoying it. You're going to have an all-new young audience.
Yeah, hopefully you're gonna have a good young audience
because the young people are starting to understand the beauty of being able to sing.
And it's not all auto-tuned. As you saw just by having you play on the show sporadically, spontaneously.
I love when these singers have a hit song and it sounds like they're on Mars. With that Martian voice. I say, Jimmy, what the fuck is that? They're not talented. Why are they making money? Anybody could go on with that.
Anyway, you guys follow David on Instagram. It's
Thank
at
you guys
David
so
Raleigh,
much.
DavidRaleigh.com. Good luck with your show.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm
You
so
guys should
glad
fly
we
out
did
for it. You
well.
guys should come out. You guys should come out for the show.
We can't right now. We're shooting a movie. Actually, we're leaving it right now. The show's over here to go to Nevada because he's in a movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're leaving. But thank you so much. We'll stay in touch with you. And when you have new music, please let me know. I'm a big fan. Love it. Thank you so much.
This is for you, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody. We're off to Nevada for Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks, chat room, for participating so much in the show today. I know you guys all enjoyed it because you're all saying so. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Can turn out to be so wrong. Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes, download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.